Back at Roy Richards Stadium, Lions Valley. This is Tom Cooper for tonight's homecoming game. Again, the Central Lions taking on the Chattooga Indians. Here's a Central lineup for you tonight. Walt Dunson, number 11, in a quarterback as usual. The backfield tonight in the line 44. Center will be Chad Phillips, number 51. At tackle, Clint Duffy, number 60. Scott Edwards, number 61. At guard, it'll be Philip Lee, number 65, and Floyd Lewis, number 78. And, of course, the tight end doing these duties as he's done for the past couple of years will be Torres Swint, number 84. The Lions are coming out in the field. Chattooga does not have a big crowd tonight. Of course, we do not have very good weather tonight for this game, to be honest with you. And we got a lot of folks here from the central side, surprisingly so, considering the way the weather is. So we have had rainy conditions here for about the past hour and a half. Temperature is about 60. So, except here to be any muddy spots, it looks like we're going to be ready for some football here in just a few minutes. We're going to send it back to WPPI for about 2 minutes, and then we'll be back with the opening kickoff right here at Roy Richards Stadium, Lions Valley, on the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. Fox. Now we're ready for the flip of the coins. They're introducing the officials to the captains. In case you hear a little off and on popping of lightning, that's exactly what it is, as we have a little interference off and on. Now the Lions here in a delicate position. They've got to win tonight and beat Cedartown next week to try to grab the number 2 spot. The AAA playoffs. It looks like it's going to be Dalton and Northwest Whitfield out of the North subregion. Of course, Carrollton, as we said, playing over at Grisham Stadium tonight against Cedartown. We'll try to update you on those scores as we get them, as the officials talking to both sides. Like we say, the Lions, we talked to head coach Ron Birchfield during our Coach's Corner show earlier, had said that the schedule is working out for them, coming off an emotional, physical game like Carrollton. They have an off week, then they come up against a team like Chattooga, not exactly a powerhouse. And the Lions hopefully can gather some momentum to get into next week's game against Cedartown. Chattooga won the toss. They've elected to receive. The Lions will be defending the goal to my left. So Chattooga would be going from my right to left. The Lions will be kicking off here in just a moment. Like we say, we don't know about the shower situation. I believe we have about an 80% chance of showers this evening. We'll go to Skip Foster briefly. Skip, the weather forecast for this evening. Do you have that for us? What's our current temperature right now, Skip? Thank you very much, Skip. Yeah, of course, that information comes from the WPPI Weather Check 2 radar computer information system with the fastest and most accurate weather in West Georgia. So we do have a near 100% chance of rain coming up this evening. We have had some showers. We had some heavy showers a little while ago. They have stopped for now. Here comes Chattooga out onto the field. Of course, Arnie Carell will be doing the kicking for the Lions. The captain of the special teams is Maurice Gamble, captain of the kickoff team. Now we'll see who's going to be deep to receive for Chattooga. It looks like number 23, that's Brian Tucker. And if we'll turn around, we'll catch the other number. I think it's going to be Dwayne McSears. Will be an up man along with Reginald Grace. But deep to receive is Brian Tucker. So we're ready to start this game here. The Lions want to improve on their record and get themselves set for a match against the Cedartown Bulldogs next week in Cedartown. Here comes the kick from Carell. Taken by Tucker at the 3. He's across the 10, up the middle of the field, right to the 20-yard line before he's smothered up by the Lions. Now the Lions will go on to defense as Chattooga will see what they can do to start things off. We're having some flashes of lightning around. That is about the only way that they will call a game in high school football, is if there is lightning. So we could get a lot of rain. They'll still play the game, but we'll have to watch the lightning situation very, very carefully tonight. Already some confusion on Chattooga. They're bringing in players in and out. All right, split out to the left side for Chattooga will be number 81, John Todd. Over to the right side will be number 42, Mac Perry. The quarterback is Hosmer. Hosmer makes the handoff to Dwayne McSears. Looks like he might have gained about 2 yards on the carry. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for Chattooga right now, as he makes it up to the 22-yard line. The Lions are hoping to have a big night here. It's kind of similar to college football when you go on up against one of these weaker teams and you try to build things up a little bit so that you go up in the polls. We hear the Lions are just trying to get themselves feeling a little more confident. Now out to the left side, they're going to put number 40. We don't have that number here. The pitch out is to McSears around the right side. He's across the 25, gets up to the 26-yard line, so a 4-yard pickup now for number 32, Dwayne McSears, on the pitch to the right side. Tackle over there made for the Lions by number 51, Chad Phillips, 205-pound senior for the Central Lions. 4-yard pickup for McSears, so he's had 2 carries, 6 yards on the night. A lot of substitutions in and out for Chattooga, and also we might have some problems identifying some of these players because they have a lot of jerseys that aren't on their program roster. Hosmer pitches out to McSears around the left side, and he is stopped at the 25-yard line. It looks like he might have lost about a yard on that one. Lions are fired up. He does lose a yard, so it's going to be 4th and 5 now for the Chattooga Indians, and the Lions will be taking the punt. It will be Jody McCullough, number 44, senior flanker, standing back at his own 35-yard line. Kicking will be done for Chattooga by number 30. Not sure who he is. He's not on the roster either. Low snap, bouncing off the ground. He gets away a line drive kick. McCullough moves up and lets it bounce, takes it at the 45, tries to come to the sideline across the 50, and he goes out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. So the Lions will take possession, 1st and 10 from the 40 with 9:21 left to go in the first quarter. Eric Barton will be the fullback, Maurice Campbell the tailback, Wayne Mason will be split end, flanker will be Jody McCullough. Walt Dunson will be in at quarterback. Dunson, one coach described him as being a one-man highlight film. So the Lions will be going from my left to right on the near side of the field with Mason to the right, McCullough split out way to the left. Dunson going to pass right away, dropping straight back, throwing way downfield. Mason is open, and it's thrown a little too long. Just about a yard in front of Mason. Otherwise, he had a sure touchdown as he had the coverage beat all the way. But Dunson just aired it out a little too much. Otherwise, a nice pass, but just a little beyond Mason's reach. Came in right over his left shoulder. So the Lions face a 2nd and 10. Ball just across the Chattooga 40-yard line. 9 minutes left to go in the quarter. The Lions will come up in the same I formation once again with McCullough out to the left, Mason to the right. Dunson makes the pitch to Gamble around the left side. He's across the 35, the 30, flag down across the 20 as he's dropped at the 10-yard line, but a flag, 12-yard line, but a flag is thrown down at about the 25. So it was about a 28-yard pickup for Gamble, but we'll have to see what the flag is. Flag is a clip against the Lions. They don't need this. They don't need this against Chattooga. So the Lions, instead of a 28-yard, he picks up 28 yards, but that won't go on their net offensive gain for tonight because a flag brings it all back. And the rain starts at Roy Richards Stadium, Lions Valley. So they bring it back, I believe, from the, well, I thought it was from the point of infraction. Yes, it is. 15-yard penalty, so it brings it back to the 49-yard line. So apparently it occurred at about the 34. I didn't see who made the clip. It was in traffic. Lions now will have a 2nd and 20, or 2nd and 18, excuse me, from the 49-yard line. 2nd and 19 from the 49. This time McCullough, it's Chris Farmer split out wide to the right side, Mason to the left. Dunson is going to get sacked if he's not careful. Throws a little lob up to Torres Swint across the 35. So just a little dump pass by Dunson, but it's good enough for about 13 yards. As he flips it out to Swint, he had a lot of pressure that time, but he just turned around and coolly fired it into Torres Swint, who was standing at about the 40-yard line, and then Swint turned around and went for about 5. So 13-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Lions now. McCullough back into the game to the left side on the far side of the field with Mason to the right. Dunson makes the pitch to Gamble. He's across the 30 for a first down and goes down to the 25-yard line. 9-yard pickup for Gamble on that one. Gamble is not a speed merchant, but he's reliable. He gets his hands on the ball. He makes the corner well. And if you're a linebacker moving up to tackle him, you've got a handful when you're trying to tackle Maurice Gamble, who comes in at 190 pounds. Now they're on the near side of the field with a 1st and 10 from the Chattooga 25. Dunson wants to throw again. Second time on first down. Throws it into Mason at about the 10. Good enough for a first down with a pickup of 13 yards to the Chattooga 12-yard line. So Wayne Mason gets the grab this time. He just ran a little hook about 12 yards deep. Dunson let it go right in there. Dunson's got a lot of authority with the ball tonight. Has a lot of touch. On the far side of the field with a 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Dunson makes the handoff to big Eric Barton, who bursts down to about the 5-yard line. So a pickup of 8 for Eric Barton. So this, again, on first down, they try pass play. When they started off their offensive series the first time, they overthrew Wayne Mason. The second time on first down when they threw a 13-yard pass completion to Wayne Mason. Eric Barton picks up about 8 on the carry, or let's call it 7 on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 3 from about the 5. Dunson coming around the right side on a keeper. He's across the 5. He turns into the corner, and it looks like he's got a touchdown. 6-yard scoring play by Walt Dunson with 7:02 left to go in the first quarter. Lions lead the Chattooga Indians by a score of 6-0. Now Arnie Carell will go for the extra point. Walt Dunson will be holding. Arnie Carell in to try the kick. The kick is up. The kick is good. The Central Lions lead Chattooga 7-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPBI. Here's the kickoff from Arnie Carell. Dwayne McSear, no, it's not Dwayne McSear. It's Brian Tucker deep to receive for Chattooga. He's going to take the ball right at the 5-yard line. Once again, he comes straight up the field. Now angles to his right, gets to the 20, and he is finally dropped at about the 25. The man finally making the tackle for the Lions is number 41, Glenn Scoggin. He should have been brought down about the 20, but he broke a couple of weak arm tackles. 6:54 left to go in the first quarter. The Lions up by a score of 7-0. Walt Dunson going in from about 7 yards around the right side, keeping the ball on the option. So even though the Lions suffered a flipping penalty on that drive. They were able to take the ball in to score. Now here comes Chattooga, number 43, split out wide to the left side. Not sure who he is. Jared Hosmer is the quarterback. Makes the pitch to McSears. Gets to the 25. He is brought down over there for the Lions by Chris Farmer, number 45, and number 47, Clay Ayers. So McSears is able to pick up 1 on the carry, and it's going to be 2nd and 9 now for Chattooga from their own 27-yard line. Say the Chattooga Indians not having their best season. Hosmer has made a lot of mistakes, but he's only a 9th grader. He's probably going to be a good one in the next couple of years. With all the experience he'll pick up, he remains a starter for 4 years. Hosmer hands it off to the big fullback this time. It's number 84, Michael Humphrey. And he was stopped for no gain, so it'll be 3rd and 9 for Chattooga. Lions closing all the gaps that time. And Humphrey just had nowhere to go, absolutely nowhere to go. Now out to the right side will be number 81. That's John Todd. Hosmer on the pitch, throws it in and out of the hands of McSears. He made a good play if he recovered the ball, but it looks like the Lions did. Hosmer pitched the ball a little too high. McSears had to try to grab it over his shoulder. And he lost the ball, and the Lions did recover. So the Lions will have a 1st and 10 with the ball just at the 24-yard line of Chattooga. So the Lions will quickly have another opportunity here with 5:13 left to go in the first quarter. Hosmer's pitch went just a little wide. This time they're going to bring McCullough and Mason to the right side. They're on the far side of the field. Dunson drops straight back, takes the short man and overthrows him at the 15-yard line. That was Wayne Mason open, but Dunson just let it go a little high. If the Lions don't get too overconfident, they should have a chance to try some things against Chattooga. Try a few new patterns, try a few new plays. Chris Farmer in the game now over to the left side, McCullough to the right. Far side of the field with a 2nd and 10 now from the 24 of Chattooga. Dunson off to Gamble across the 20, across the 15, and all the way down to the 12-yard line. 12-yard pickup, good for a 1st down by Maurice Gamble, coming off tackle to the right side. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions with about 4.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Down the near side of the field, the Lions looking at the 2nd and 12. Chattooga trying to get people off the field. Dunson on a keeper around the left side across the 5, and he keeps fighting his way down to what looks like about the 1-yard line. Dunson fought his way down to the 1-yard line. It looks like it's good for another 1st down, and it is. So the Lions will have a 1st and 10 from the 1, an 11-yard pickup for Walt Dunson. And he never hesitated. He took the snap, took 2 steps back, and it just angled off to the left side, got hit at the 5, then fought his way down to the 1-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal to go for the Lions from the 1. Eric Barton and Gamble in the backfield. Maurice Gamble in the backfield. And the handoff is to Gamble. He goes in for a touchdown. Maurice Gamble from 1 yard out. So with 3:59 left to go, the Lions are up by a score of 13-0. Quickly blasting over the Indians, taking advantage of a fumble on a Hosmer to McSears pitch on the option. Arnie Carell in for his 2nd point after attempt. Here's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. The Lions lead by a score of 14-0. We'll be back to Lion Valley in 60 seconds on the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. 60 seconds. 13:30 WPPI on the ensuing kickoff from the Lions touchdown. Dwayne McSears for Chattooga brings it out to the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Tackle made by Maurice Campbell, number 30. So it'll be 1st and 10 from Chattooga. Last time they had the ball, they fumbled. The Lions recovered and promptly took it in for a score on about 3 plays. 3:36 left to go in the first quarter. A very fast game here. Chattooga's going to split out 2 men to the left side. Hosmer going to throw.
Incomplete pass. That's intended by number 34, incomplete. Pass by number 10, Humphrey. 6-0 Carrollton. We have a score from Cloverfield. Carrollton 6, Petertown 0.
A little bit. Just set up for just a second. He might have been worried about the Lions' rush. They were starting to come in fairly quickly, but number 34 just couldn't hang on to it. 2nd and 10 from the 19 for Chattooga. Once again, they're going to run 2 men out to the left side and the far side of the field, going from my right to left. Hosmer, the 9th grader, the quarterback. He goes straight back into the pocket this time. They try a screen to McSears, makes a reception at the 21, across the 25, and he gets up to the 25-yard line. So a 6-yard pickup from Hosmer to McSears. Floyd Lewis makes the tackle for the Lions. And it'll be 3rd and 4 for Chattooga. And the ball just across the Lions, well, just up to the Chattooga 25, excuse me. 1 man out to the left side for Chattooga now, number 81, John Todd. Now out of the power I. Handoff is to McSears. He is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The Lions stack him up. I tell you who made the tackle, but there's about 5 folks involved for the Lions, including Judd Hall, number 31, into the game. Number 20, Bryant Brewer was in on the stop. Number 43, that's James Moorhead. So it'll be 4th and 3. Well, they give McSears a pickup of 1 on that play. 4th and 3, deep to receive will be Jody McCullough. He'll take the punt. He's standing back at his 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. Here's the snap. Kicker takes a lot of time. He gets off a fairly good kick, drives McCullough back to the 30, where he stumbles and falls, and that's where the Lions will take the ball 1st and 10 from the 30. Lions lead 14-0. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout on the voice of the Central Lions, 13:30 WPPI. Lions 1st and 10 from their 30-yard line with 1:31 left to go in the quarter. Dunson rolling to the right side, dumps it to Barton at the 35. He's across the 40, the 50. He's got room across the 40, across the 20. 1 man's got the angle, but no, they say he went out of bounds earlier. My goodness. 1 man had the angle on Barton, otherwise he would have had to score, but they said he went out of bounds at about the 42. A 28-yard pass play from Dunson to Eric Barton. As the Lions now have a 1st and 10 from the 42. If Barton hadn't stepped out of bounds, he might have had a touchdown. Dunson wants to throw again. Drops straight back into the pocket, lets it go long downfield. Jody McCullough open at the 5. Great catch by McCullough at about the 2-yard line. Pass was slightly behind him. He kind of slid into the 2-yard line and gathered the ball in. Dunson's laying the ball in there well. Good catch by McCullough. He was wide open. So a 40-yard pass play from Dunson to McCullough. 1st and goal to go from the 2 for the Central Lions. Rain still coming down. Dunson Makes the handoff to Barton, who fights his way up to about the 1-yard line. Time ticking away in the first quarter, down to 45 seconds. Lions lead 14-0. Second and goal to go. Actually, they're inside the 1-yard line, about 6 inches away. Barton and Gamble in the backfield. Dunson hands off to Gamble. He's in for a score. That makes it 20-0 with 23 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And Arnie Carell comes in for the 3rd time this quarter. So the Lions scoring on their first 3 possessions. They're taking the ball on 2 punts and a fumble and taking it in for a score. That was their longest drive, 70 yards. After McCullough took the punt on the 30. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. Lions lead 21-0 at Lions Valley over Chattooga. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. The rain's coming down pretty good here now at Lion Valley, Roy Richards Stadium. As on the kickoff, Chattooga brings the ball up to about the 23-yard line. They'll have a 1st and 10 with 16 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Time ticking away now. I doubt, well, they might get one play off before the end of the quarter. We're down to 10, 9, 8. Hosmer brings his troops up to the line, 4, 3, 2. He gets the play away. They hand it off to the fullback. That's Humphreys. He gets up to the 25-yard line with a gain for about 3. We'll be back with second quarter action. Lions leading 21-0 over Chattooga in just about 60 seconds on the Voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. Offsides against the Indians. That's their second offsides penalty, and will give the Lions a 1st down. So they pick up 10 yards on 2 penalties. They pick up about 3 yards on 1 carry. Mike Kelly to the left side. Clay Ayers to the right side. Patrick Peeler, the quarterback, and they almost do it again. The pitch is back to number 27 for the Lions, McConnell, who gets down to the 11-yard. Looks like about the 11-yard line, so give him a 3-yard pickup. Cedartown's just scored in that Carrollton-Cedartown game, so lead the Trojans 7-3. It's going to be 2nd and 8 now for the Lions from the 11-yard line of Chattooga. Mike McConnell again. This time he's brought down, looks like for a loss of about a yard. So it'll be 3rd and 9 for Central with 8:46 left to go. So a loss of a yard for Mike McConnell. With 8:36 left to go in the first quarter, the Lions on the near side of the field driving from my right to left. 3rd and 9. Patrick Peeler, number 16, the quarterback, takes the snap, And he tries to roll to his left side, barely keeps his balance, struggles, and regains about a yard. So if he got up to the 12-yard line, it'll be fourth and about 8. It looks like the Lions going to try a field goal here. 7:56 left to go. They bring in the tee. The kicker is going to be somebody we haven't seen before. That's number 17. I'm not sure who he is. He's not on our roster. Field goal from about the 18-yard line. Kick is up. It is tipped. Got away wide. It is no good. So the score remains 21-0. Lions lead Chattooga. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. After the missed field goal, the Chattooga Indians will have a 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Out of the eye, Hosmer, the quarterback, takes a snap, drops straight back into the pocket, has the ball tipped away as Dwayne McSears was the intended receiver. Catch is called no good. McSears grabbed it, but he trapped it at about the 20. It would have been for no gain anyway. So that'll be 2nd and 10 from the 20. I want to make a correction. I told you that Cedartown Carrollton score was 7-3. It's 7-6. The score was 6-0. Cedartown driving in for a touchdown. 7-6 is that score now. Cedartown leading the Carrollton Trojans. 7.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Lions leading 21-0 over the Chattooga Indians. Hosmer fumbles on the snap. Ball is loose. We'll have to see if the recovery is made. Recovery is made. It looks like Hosmer recovered his own drop. Taking a look at that Carrollton Cedartown game, apparently the Trojans just ran the kickoff back, so now it is 12-7. We're waiting for the extra point try. The Lions lead this one 21-0. And it's going to be a 3rd and 10 for Chattooga. After they have no gain, McSears has dropped for a loss of about a yard. 3rd and 10 from the 20. McSears tries the tailback pass. He is now he breaks free across the 20. Gets to the 23. The Lions had about 10 opportunities to tackle him at the 17, and he broke free. But he only made it up to about the 22-yard line. So a gain of 3 for Dwayne McSears. They're going to have a 4th and 7 from the 23-yard line. Their own 23. 6:40 left to go in the second quarter. Deep to receive is number 27, Mike McConnell for the Lions. He'll be standing at about his own 41. As Chattooga has to punt the ball away again tonight. They have not made a first down in this game. Here's the kick. McConnell takes it in at the 40, breaks to the left, and he is hit and drops the ball at about the 45. It looks like the Lions made the recovery at about the 44-yard line. But he got flipped and hit, smothered, covered, however you want to put it. Got hit hard, the ball came loose, but the Lions recover, and they'll have a 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. So they start the clock up. I thought they started. Yeah, they did start the clock. We're at 6:10, 6:08 in this quarter. Judd Hall out to the right side. Kelly to the left. Patrick Peeler, the quarterback, and he hands it off to Mike McConnell, who goes ahead to the 48-yard line for a pickup of 3 on first down. So it'll be 2nd and 7. Second and 7 for the Chattooga Indians. For the Central Lions, excuse me, they're on their own 48-yard line. 5:33 left to go in the first half. They're on the near side of the field going from my right to left. Patrick Peeler in the quarterback. And Peeler has a fumble, and it's a loss back to about the 41-yard line. So about a 7-yard loss on the fumble. The Lions will be looking at a 3rd and 14 from the 41-yard line. Score is now that Carrollton-Cedartown game 14-7 Carrollton, as they ran the kickoff back after Cedartown scored and then went for 2. So the Lions now with a 3rd and 14 from the 41-yard line. Patrick Peeler takes a snap. He wants to throw. He's going to be sacked back to the 31-yard line. A 10-yard loss, as the protection broke down immediately, and Peeler really never had much of a chance before he even turned to look upfield. He had Indians all over him. So the Lions will now have a 4th and 24 from the 31-yard line. Peeler will be in to do the punting. Deep to receive is number 34. Couldn't tell you who that is for Chattooga. He's not on our roster. 4:13 left to go. Peeler, this is the Lions' first punt. There's the snap. Here's the kick. Peeler gets off a nice high kick. 34 takes it at the 32, fumbles the ball. It's loose down there. A lot of folks from both teams around it, but Chattooga signaling they recovered, and they did at the 36-yard line. We'll be back with more second quarter action. Lions up 21-0 over Chattooga. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. Back at Roy Richards Memorial Stadium, Lions Valley, on 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Reginald Gross is dropped for a loss of 2 for Chattooga. Now they're going to have a 2nd and 12. There's 3:24 left to go in the second quarter. The Lions are up by a score of 21-0. Lions substituting freely and quickly in this game. It is homecoming. No need to run things up. They're obviously the better team. Hosmer wants to pass, throws to the right side, intercepted almost by Jeff Robinson. Oh, wait a second. Let me try to describe it for that play for you. Jeff Robinson had the ball pop off his shoulder pads, go over his shoulder and into the hands of a Chattooga receiver, number 23. That's Brian Tucker. So they were at the 34-yard line, and they end up with a reception down to the Lions' 41-yard line. It's their best play of the night, and it happened on a mistake. So they go from the 34 for, so it'll be a pickup of about 35 yards total on this one. Make that 30 yards, excuse me, a 30-yard pickup. And we have a timeout called by Chattooga. 3 minutes left to go in the quarter. Lions lead 21-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. First and 10 from the Central 41 for Chattooga. Their big tailback Humphreys takes the ball, and he gets up to about the 37-yard line. So pick up a 4 for Humphreys. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Chattooga with 2:46 left to go in the first half. Down at the Lions' 37-yard line. Once again, the biggest play for Chattooga on the night was that 30-yard pass pickup. Jeff Robinson easily in position for the interception, but it caught him just a little high up on the left shoulder pad. Flipped right over his shoulder and into the waiting hands of number 23 for Chattooga. On the far side of the field from my left to right, Hosmer, the quarterback, hands off to number 84. That's Humphrey. And he picks up a yard on that one, so it'll be 3rd and 5 now from the Lions' 36 for the Chattooga Indians. Down to 2 minutes left to go in the first half. It is homecoming. Kind of a cold, rainy night for a homecoming, but Lions spirit prevails nonetheless. 3rd and 5 from the 36. Hosmer makes a late pitch back to Gross, who loses the ball. It looks like it rolls out of bounds back at about the 40. Hosmer was sliding down as he tried to make the pitch. Fine effort, but to no avail. And they lose 4 yards. Gross just can never pick up the ball. It's going to be 4th and 9 from the 40 for the Chattooga Indians. Deep to receive for the Lions. Get his number. Oh, it's number 5, Jeff Robinson. The Indians are going to go for it on a 4th and 9 from the 41-yard line. Hosmer is going to throw to the right side. And he has his receiver, number 40. We don't know who he is, at about the 36-yard line. Not near enough for a first down, so the Lions will have a 1st and 10 with 56 seconds left to go from their own 36-yard line. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the Lions taking possession. They lead 21-0 on the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. First and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Brian Brewer takes the ball around the left side, makes it up to the 40-yard line. So a 4-yard pickup for number 20, Brian Brewer, for the Central Lions. We're down to 47 seconds left in the quarter. The score is now over at Grisham Stadium, 17-7 for the Lions. It was Carrollton Trojans, excuse me. It was Rod Talent kicking a 44-yard field goal. We had a flag on the play, however. I believe we had a personal foul. So now the Lions will have a 1st and 10 from the Chattooga 45. Peeler on the little flanker reverse makes a handoff to Farmer, and he's thrown for a loss of 10 yards back to the Central 45. Play was slow and developing, gave Chattooga plenty of time to penetrate. Clock continues to run down to 31 seconds, so the Lions should be able to get one more off here. It'll be 2nd and about 17 for the Lions. They say he was down at the 47, not the 45. So a loss of 7 on that play. And the Lions now have a 2nd and 17 from their own 47. Arnie Correll in at fullback, Brian Brewer at tailback. Peeler is going to throw, dropping straight back into the pocket, tries a screen to Mike McConnell, who gets up to the 48-yard line. Not much of a pickup, about 1 yard. As time runs out in the first half, the Lions lead 21-0 over the Chattooga Indians. And we've got halftime coming up as the band takes the field. 13:30 WPPI. We're ready to start the third quarter. The Lions are up by a score of 21-0. And Chattooga kicking off. Cedartown apparently just scored against Carrollton. Walt Johnson takes the kickoff across the 20, turns on the burners, and makes it up to around the 35-yard line. Lions will have first and 10 from the 35. And it looks like the Lions are going to put the first team offense in. They played the first team offense in the first quarter. Then went to a lot of replacement players, some guys who haven't gotten to see a lot of action in the second quarter. And now they're bringing in the first team again. So we've started the third quarter, and the Lions will be going from my right to left. It'll be Barton and Gamble in the backfield, Mason to the left, McCullough to the right. Johnson drops straight back, looks to the left side for Mason, who curls and hooks at the 50, gets the ball at the 47, brought down at the 45, but fumbles the ball. And it looks like it might be a Chattooga recovery, and it is. So Mason couldn't hang on to it. There's a light rain falling. He ran a very pretty pattern, and Dunson laid it in very nicely. So Chattooga makes a recovery, and they'll have a first and 10 from the 45-yard line. So the Lions had about a 12-yard pass play, then a fumble. So Dunson starts off with a completion. Here comes Chattooga. The handoff is to the fullback, number 32. And it looks like he might have picked up about a yard before a flag is thrown. That's Dwayne McSears. He had the most yards for Chattooga in the first half. But believe me, that wasn't a lot. In fact, McSears rushed for a total of 14 yards in the first half. Rain coming down a little harder again now. 11 minutes left to go in the third quarter. They have a penalty, motion penalty. That brings the ball back 5 yards. It'll be first and 15 now with the ball back at the 50-yard line for Chattooga on the near side of the field from my left to right. One man split out wide to the right side. They come out of the wing T backfield. And the handoff is to Gross, who's hit at the 40, breaks away and gets up to the 50-yard line. The line of scrimmage, he might have gained a yard. We'll see where they spot the ball. It's hard to see where he fell forward over there. They're just going to give it to him at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be second and 15 now for Chattooga. So no pickup there for Gross, excuse me, number 2. And it'll be second and 15. Raining briskly once again. Here comes Chattooga on a second and 15 situation with the ball right at the 50. 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Hosmer, the quarterback, goes straight back. A lot of pressure by James Moorhead. He lets the ball go, kind of a floater. Goes nowhere. So Moorhead put a lot of pressure on Hosmer. He had to let the ball go early while he was trying to roll. And he just kind of floats it down to the sideline. And now they'll face a third and 15 with the ball at the 50-yard line. Once again, Chattooga going from my left to right. They haven't had a lot of success in this game. The Lions, as we said, put in second and third team players in the second quarter. Now returned with the first team on a third and 15. Hosmer makes the pitch to number 2, Gross, who throws it back to Hosmer, who tries to rush the ball, and he gains 6 yards up to the 44-yard line. Kind of a little Statue of Liberty there. He makes the pitch to Gross, who runs out to his right side, and he flips it back over to Hosmer, who tried to rush the ball, and he picked up 6 yards. So they're going to have a 4th and 9 from the Carrollton 44-yard line. They're going to punt the ball away. Jody McCullough standing back at about the 15. Number 30 doing the kicking. Chattooga's got people running off and on the field. Number 30, we don't know who he is. Not much pressure. He gets away a fairly good kick. McCullough watches it bounce at about the 15, takes it at the 10, now cuts up the left side of the field across the 20, and it looks to me like he went out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. So the Lions will have first and 10 from the 15 with 9 minutes left to go. We'll take a 30-second break and be back. The Lions lead 21-0. You're listening to the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. There was a clip called, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions from the 10-yard line. It was Eric Barton going straight up the middle to about the 20-yard line. So he's very close to a first down. We'll have to wait for the spot of the ball to see if he made it as he went across the 20. I believe they're going to bring out the chains for a measurement to see if Eric Barton, who picked up 10 yards on the play, has a first down. So they'll bring the chains across. And they're just going to call the first down. They decide not to bring the chains across. So the Lions pick up a first down with Eric Barton's 10-yard run. Now they've got a 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Walt Dunson hands it straight up the middle to Barton again, who gets up close to another first down as he makes it to the 30-yard line. 9-yard pickup for Barton on that one. So Barton's gone for 10 and 9 yards successively in this game, in this opening of the second quarter, opening drive for the Central Lions in this second half, excuse me. 8:22 left to go in the third quarter, and the Lions coming out with Farmer and McCullough out to the right side. Barton and Gamble in the backfield. Dunson is the quarterback. On a 2nd and 1, it's Gamble going across the 30, very close to a first down of his own as they spot it up at about the 32-yard line, and that should be good enough for a first down. Three-yard pickup for Maurice Gamble, just good enough for a first down. Here comes the rain again, coming down very heavily, but we don't have any lightning threat, we don't think, at this point in time, so the play continues. 1st and 10 from their own 32. The Lions line up in the I. Dunson hands off to Gamble, goes across the 35, the 40, falls to around the 41. It looks like he's going to be just shy of a first down. We have a flag thrown. I think we'll have a late hit on Chattooga. So Gamble very close to picking up a first down on the 1st and 10. We'll have to see what the flag is for. We have a personal foul against the Lions, so that negates the 10-yard pickup by Maurice Gamble. So I'll tell you one thing. The Chattooga Indians have some loyal fans. These folks drove a long way and are out here in a pouring rainstorm. They're sticking for every part of it. 7:42 left to go in the third quarter. Now the officials are trying to decide what they want to do. We had a late hit, personal foul called on the Lions. Now they're measuring to see if Gamble picked up a first down on the play. Shy by about a foot. Doing the best they can to keep balls dry. They're bringing the balls off the field each time, wrapping them up and then bringing them out. So now they mark off the penalty. That'll bring it back 15 yards, so it'll be for the Lions 1st and 15. The ball resting back at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 15, excuse me, for the Lions from the 27-yard line. They're on the far side of the field, going from my right to left. Dunson fumbles the snap. Lions dive to recover. Looks like the recovery was made by Eric Barton. On the fumble, they pick up a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 14 now for the Lions. The ball moves up to about the 28-yard line. Rain coming and going here. It's back to just a medium shower. It was heavy just a minute ago. It's Farmer to the left, McCullough to the right on a 3rd and 14. Dunson dropping straight back, now cutting to his left side, wants to throw, but has pressure, so he keeps the ball, and he is brought out of bounds shy of the first down as he crossed the original line of scrimmage and got out to about the 37-yard line. So a pickup of 11 for Dunson, but not good enough for a first down as they'll face a 4th and 6 with the ball up at the 36-yard line. And the penalty really hurt there, because Gamble had gotten them very close to a first down. And that late hit didn't help at all. Patrick Peeler punting for the second time tonight, will be standing at his 24. Deep to receive, I believe is number 2, Gross. That is who is deep to receive for Chattooga. Peeler fumbles the snap, then he gets off a shanked kick, takes a central roll down to about the 38-yard line. We'll take a 30-second timeout. The score 21-0. The Lions over Chattooga with 6:42 left to go in the third quarter. On the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPBI. First and 10 from their own 38-yard line for Chattooga, going from my left to right on the far side of the field. Hosmer, the quarterback, hands off to McSears, who comes around the right side. He is stopped for no gain. Something we didn't mention before, the winner of the homecoming court was Michelle Joyner. It's the homecoming queen for the Lions. 5:51 left to go, and actually, we do have a gain on that play by McSears. He picked up about a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9 now from the 40-yard line for the Chattooga Indians. We have some debate going on in Chattooga now. Rain's starting to come down again now. It'll be 2nd and 9, as I said, from the 40-yard line for Chattooga. Lions making defensive substitutions in this wet weather. McSears and Gross in the backfield. Hosmer tries a little dump pass way over the head of his intended receiver, number 83, at about the 45-yard line. That's Todd Fox, their tight end. Hosmer took one step back and just tried to float it into the flat. So it'll be 3rd now and about 9 for Chattooga from the 40-yard line. Again, the Lions making numerous substitutions. So Chattooga, with 5:18 left to go in the third quarter, down by a score of 21-0. Hosmer, the 9th grade quarterback, goes straight back into the pocket, tries a little fullback screen to McSears. It doesn't work, so now they're going to face a 4th and 9. And Jody McCullough is going to be in to receive another punt. So here's the punt. McCullough takes it at the 30-yard line, breaks to his left, goes straight up the middle of the field, keeps his balance, hit hard at the 40-yard line. Lions will take possession 1st and 10 from the 40. 4:53 left to go in the third quarter. Lions up 21-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. Throw it back to me after this one. Display 1. On 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line, Eric Barton went for 5 yards, so it'll be a 2nd and 5 for the Lions as the ball's up to the 36-yard line. 4:12 left to go in the third quarter. Wayne Mason to the left, McCullough to the right. We got a fumble on the snap again. Wet conditions, and especially in the muddy part of the field, are going to cause this. By the way, the score of the Carrollton-Cedartown game, Cedartown has just gone ahead 21-17 over the Carrollton Trojans over at Grisham Stadium. So no gain on the play after the Dunson fumble. Down to 3:40. They just let the clock run here. The Lions are in no big hurry. They have a 21-0 lead in full command of the game. Dunson on a keeper to the right side makes a late pitch to Gamble, who's across the 40 down to about the 35-yard line. So a 19-yard pickup by Maurice Gamble. Dunson had turned the corner and was starting upfield when he got ankle tackled, and he just made a flying pitch out to Gamble, trailing in the play. And Gamble goes for a few more, making it a total of 19-yard pickup, as they have a 1st and 10 down now at the 36-yard line of Chattooga. They're going to put Mason and McCullough out to the left side now. And now they're in a very messy part of the field. It's Barton and Gamble in the backfield. Dunson the quarterback with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Dunson rolling to the left side. Wanted to try a little dump pass. He's got a lot of pressure, gets away, then lets it go downfield to nobody, basically. He had Gamble open at about the 26, but coverage was moving in. So Dunson wisely throws it high and away so that the only receiver that could get to it would be Gamble. And they'll have a 2nd and 10. Second and 10 for the Lions now from the 35-yard line of Chattooga. We're down to 2:50 in the third quarter. Mason to the right, McCullough to the left. Ball in the center of the field. Once again, the Lions going from my right to left. They're up by 21-0. Gamble rolling to his left again, looking for McCullough down the center of the field, and the rain affects that pass as Mason moved in short to try to catch it. It was intended for McCullough down at the goal line in the center of the field, but you can see the ball come out of Dunson's hand. He just kind of let go of a duck. So now it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Central Lions. Now the rain increases in intensity. McCullough going to the right side, Mason to the left. 3rd and 10, Barton and Gamble in the backfield. On a 3rd and 10 with 2:41 left to go, Dunson tries to make the pitch to Gamble, and it's ruled a fumble. The ball just gets loose, and then Gamble fumbles it when he's brought down, but they're saying the ball was down at about the 35-yard line at the line of scrimmage. You can tell the rain's having a serious effect on the game right now, so there's no gain on the attempted pitch to Gamble. Fourth and 10 for the Lions. Peeler will be kicking away to Dwayne McSears. Peeler didn't have a very good kick last time, standing at about his 49. McSears standing at about the 3. There's the snap. He handles it cleanly, gets it away. Good kick. Looks like it's going to drop right at about the 5. That's where McSears takes it, and he is tackled, viciously tackled at the 10-yard line. 1:47 left to go in the third quarter. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Lions up 21-0. You're listening to the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. Make it a full 60. .1330 WPPI on a 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Dwayne McSears goes for about 3, making it a 2nd and 7 now from the 15, or from the 14-yard line. Chattooga going from my left to right. Lions up 21-0. Osmer pitches to Gross coming around the left side, and he's close to a first down as he goes across the 20-yard line. So it looks like a pickup of 7 for Gross. I believe he's going to be just shy of a first down. It depends upon the spot of the ball. They call it a first down. down to 35 seconds in the third quarter. As I said, the Lions up 21-0. Pretty much in control of this game. Bringing in a lot of fresh faces on defense. As Chattooga now will have a 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. One of their few first downs of the evening. Lions racing to get folks off the field. Flag thrown because he just did not make it on time. The call will be too many men on the field. And that's what happens when you try to make all these substitutions many times. You just can't get people off the field quickly enough. But that time for the Lions racing to get off, it really wasn't his fault. It was Glenn Scoggin. Found out he was supposed to come out of the game. So they call a flag, call one of too many men on the field against the Central Lions. And that negates the play. Penalty is declined. They keep the first and they take the gain. I didn't realize they'd even gotten the play off. McSears had gone for 9 yards apparently. So it'll be 2nd and 1 as time runs out in the third quarter. We'll be back for fourth quarter action in just a moment. The Lions leading 21-0. You're listening to the voice of the Central Lions. 1330 WPPI. 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Sears picked up that. They declined the penalties. They declined. They didn't take it. But they've taken it. No, they took the 9 yards. On a 2nd and 1 from about the 29-yard line, Chattooga hands off to Humphreys. He is dropped before he gets to the line of the scrimmage. No, actually a loss of about a half yard, so it'll be 3rd and a long one for Chattooga now, with the ball just shy of the 30-yard line. They've got to get across the 31 actually to pick up a first down. With the switch of quarters going from my right to left. Lions up 21-0. First team came in the third quarter, but a lot of rain kept them off the board. The first quarter, the first team racked up 3 quick touchdowns. Hosmer makes the handoff to Gross. He's going to be dropped for a loss. Back to about the 27-yard line for a loss of 2 more yards. So it's going to be 3rd and about 4. Excuse me, that's 4th and about 3 yards to go. Got that reversed there, and it looks like Chattooga is going to elect to punt the ball away at the start of the fourth quarter. Deep to receive will be Mike McConnell. He'll be standing at about the 45-yard line. Once again, kicking for Chattooga is number 30. We don't know who he is. He's not on our roster. McConnell moves back to about the 40. They try a fake, and they have a fumble, and it looks like the Lions recover. They try to fake to the up back, and I don't know if he just didn't expect the ball, but whatever happened, the Lions will take over now with a 1st and 10 at the Chattooga 25-yard line. Now they'll be going from my left to right. We've got some more substitutions for the Lions and bringing in more folks. In the backfield, let's pick up some numbers. I believe Arnie Carell in at fullback. And we have a flag thrown on Chattooga. As immediately, I believe they go off sides unless they call motion on Central, but encroachment on Chattooga, so it's an automatic first down and a 5-yard pickup for the Central Lions. Patrick Peeler in at quarterback. And it'll be first down, 5 yards to go now from the Chattooga 20-yard line. So the Lions pick up a big break right away. In at fullback is Judd Hall. At tailback, Mike McConnell. Peeler is your quarterback. Handoff is to Judd Hall, who goes down to about the 10-yard line. Loose ball recovered by Chattooga at about the 10. He had picked up a first down. He picked up 10 yards, Judd Hall did, number 37. Excuse me, number 31, Judd Hall, but then a fumble. And it goes back over to Chattooga. They'll have a 1st and 10 from their 10. 9:51 left to go in the game. The Chattooga Indians will be taking possession. This has not been the most thrilling game, but the weather had a lot to do with that. We did have a long delay because of rain and potential lightning. So Chattooga with a 1st and 10 from the 10. Hosmer hands it off to the first man through, McSears. He struggles to get 2 yards. And he finally falls forward to the 14-yard line. So a pickup of 4 for McSears. 2nd and 6 for Chattooga now from their own 14-yard line. Down to 9:20. Lions lead at 21-0. Once again, the Lions making liberal substitutions here in their homecoming game, last home game of the regular season. Next week, they go on to take on Cedartown in Cedartown for a very decisive game. The Lions have to win that one to have any playoff chances at all. And they've got to still win this one. Hosmer throws the ball into traffic. If he made the catch, it was a great catch. He did make the catch at about the 37-yard line. So about a 15-yard pickup to the 28-yard line. I'm not sure who received the ball. I think it was the tight end, Cale Pledger. So they have a 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Their own 28-yard line, Chattooga does. And what a catch, because there was 3 lines on him, 2 lines on him. Hosmer handing it off to Gross. Gross gets up to the 30-yard line before he's dumped. Of a 2nd and 9 now. Down to 8 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Lions lead at 21-0, as I said earlier, and fully in control of this. Rains had a lot to do with the way things went. Not exactly a blowout, but the Lions have never been in a shaky position or out of control of this game. So he actually made it a little across the 30, give Gross 2 yards on that carry instead of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 for Chattooga. 7:42 left to go in the game. Hosmer, the 9th grade quarterback, fumbles the ball on the snap. I believe he recovered his own fumble right at about the 30-yard line, and he did. So now it'll be 3rd and 8 for Chattooga. Once again, with the ground wet, the ball's very wet. We still got some rain coming down, and that causes problems on the exchange from center to quarterback. We got 7:14 left to go in the 4th quarter. So they lose a yard on that bad exchange. It's going to be 3rd and 9 now with the ball back across the 30-yard line. They're back behind the 30-yard line for Chattooga. Hosmer drops straight back into the pocket, now has to go to his right side, lets it go downfield. Looks like a line interception, but it's in and out of his hands. Ooh, and a hard hit. The player who had the course on the interception. Let's take a look at him here. I believe that was for the Lions with almost an interception was Jeff North, number 15. I think he got excited and looked downfield before he had the ball in his possession. It'll be 4th and 9 from the 30 for Chattooga. And they're going to kick away. Number 30. Doing the punting, Mike McConnell will be deep to receive, going down to the central 40. Here's the snap, line drive kick. McConnell takes it at the 39, breaks to his right, and he goes up to about the 43-yard line. Lions lead 21-0, 6:33 left to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout on the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. 13:30 WPPI on first down and 10 from the 47-yard line. McConnell went for about 6 yards. Now we've got a flag called on the Lions, offsides. That'll bring the ball back 5 yards. And so they're going to have a 2nd and 9. 5:38 left to go in the game. Lions in control, 21-0. Taking a look at who's in the backfield for the Lions, trying to see here. Peeler is the quarterback, and it's Mike McConnell. McConnell with another good carry gets over across the 50 down to the 47-yard line. So a pickup of 5 for McConnell. Judd Hall, number 37. Or Jeff Marks, number 37, is in at fullback, excuse me. Jeff Marks, 37 at fullback. Tailback is Mike McConnell, number 27. Patrick Peeler, number 16, the quarterback. And Peeler, a little dump pass intended and picked off at about the 35 and brought down to the 40, down to the Lions' 35-yard line. Peeler just tried a little dump to Scott Long, the reserve tight end, and it was picked off by Chattooga, and they bring the ball down to around the 35-yard line of the Lions, 36-yard line of the Lions. So on a central mistake, Chattooga has one of their bigger plays of the evening. First and 10 from the Lions 36 for the Chattooga Indians. Lions up by a score of 21-0. 4:30 left to go in the game. And it was just Peeler taking 2 or 3 steps back, trying to dump it off to the tight end, and the player for Chattooga just stepped right in front of Long, took it, broke to his right side, picks up a big gain, returns it to the Lions 36. Hosmer keeps the ball, goes up to the 32-yard line. For a 4-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd and 6 for Chattooga from the 32. Hosmer just kept it that time. Went around the right end. Last score we had on the Cedartown-Carrollton game, Carrollton scoring again, leading Cedartown by a score of 24-21. Hosmer makes the pitch to Gross, who gets a first down as he goes across the 20. Across the 25 down to the 22-yard line. So a 10-yard, a 9-yard pickup, for Gross. Down to the 22. Chattooga, with about their deepest possession of the evening, will have a 1st and 10 from the Lions 22 with 3:20 left to go in the game. 1st and 10 from the 22. On the far side of the field, from my right to left, 21-0 is the score. Hosmer makes the handoff to the big tailback. McSears, and there's a fumble, I believe, on the play, and the Lions recover. So the Lions look like they're going to record a shutout here if they can just hang on to the ball for 3 minutes with 2:59 left to go in the game. They lead 21-0. And Chattooga taking advantage of the interception to bring it all the way down to the Lions 22. Have a fumble as McSears hits the line and has it punched out of his arms. So it'll be Peeler, Jeff Marks at fullback. I'm not sure who's in at tailback. But whoever he is, he got up to about the 25-yard line. I just haven't had a chance to catch his number, so a 3-yard pickup. I guess that's Mike McConnell. I'm not sure if that's McConnell or not. I believe it's number 25 for the Lions. And that is Craig Kelly. So he picks up 3 on his first carry. That's the first time I believe he's gotten the ball this year. So he gets 3 yards on his first pop. It's a 2nd and 7 from the 25-yard line for Central. Down to 2 minutes in the game. Peeler, the quarterback, hands it to Kelly again. And this time Kelly stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Down under 2 minutes, down to 1:55. Well, actually, they're going to give Kelly a gain of about a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Lions. with the ball on the 26-yard line. Handoff by Peeler to the fullback, number 37. That is Jeff Marks. As he goes ahead for 2 yards, so it's going to be 4th and a long 2. 4th and a long 2 with the ball just shy of the 30-yard line for the Lions. Down to a minute left to go in the game. So the Lions can take a delay of game if they like, and run another play and probably get out of it, but that's not what they're going to do. They're going to run another play on 4th and 4. It'll be Marks and Kelly in the backfield. Peeler the quarterback. Peeler hands it off to Marks, who plunges ahead. Looks to me like he got the first down, and that should just about take care of things. Marks picks up 3 and a first down as he brings the ball up to the 33-yard line. So the Lions will probably just run one more play here. We have got a timeout called by the Chattooga Indians. Scores 21-0 the Lions. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to the voice of the Central Lions, 1330 WPPI. Marks, 3 yards. 1330 WPPI on a 1st and 10 from the 33. The Lions hand it off to Marks, who gains about 4 yards. Up just across the 35 to about the 36-yard line, but we're down to 6 seconds, and that should wind up the game. 3-2-1, Lions win 21-0. And believe me, the score could have been a lot bigger for the Lions, but showing the class that they usually do, the Lions quickly went to substitutions when it was clear that they were well in control of the game. At the start of the second quarter, a lot of substitutions. They brought the first team out. Weather prevented them from doing much in the third quarter when the first team came back in, and then about halfway through the third quarter, they went back to the second and third teams. We got to see a lot of playing time. Did some good things. Didn't rack up another score or anything like that. But like I say, very rainy, very wet night. The field's getting a little muddy there in the center of the field. So the Lions pick up a 21-0 victory. They are now 2-1 in 7 AAA. And we are waiting for the last results of Carrollton Cedartown.